Hey there, I'm Chef Pablo, and today I'm going to teach you how to make authentic but quick and easy Huevos Rancheros. If you're a foodie or you're somebody who doesn't even own a can opener, this is not your recipe. You're going to hate it, so forget it right now. If you're somebody who's busy but you love authentic, delicious Mexican food, you're going to love this recipe for Huevos Rancheros. I'm going to get to the recipe real quick. First, remember, as always, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. You can click the button thumbs up. That lets me know that you appreciate what I'm doing. If you really like it, you want to share it with somebody else, you can do that as well. And as always, subscribe to the Chef Pablo's YouTube page and you'll get updated whenever I have new recipes. As always, you can print this out at chefpablos.com. You don't have to worry about taking some notes. Just head over to chefpablos.com, search for Huevos Rancheros, or just search by the ingredient eggs and you'll find this. Then you can print it out and keep it for yourself whenever you want to make this. It makes a great breakfast, a brunch, a lunch. We even have it for dinner sometimes. Here you go, Chef Pablo's Huevos Rancheros, the quick and easy method. Here's what you're going to need to make this. I'm going to use half of a bell pepper. You can use more if you'd like. Also a whole onion. You can see the size of this. Pretty good size onion. Those are going to be chopped up and we'll add those in just a moment. I also have a teaspoon of oregano. If you want to be a Puritan, get Mexican oregano. Also a teaspoon of whole cumin seed. Make sure it's not ground cumin, it's whole cumin seed. I've also got, this is where the foodies are going to check out, a can of diced tomatoes. It's about a 14.5-ounce can, okay? Also a small can of red enchilada sauce. You can use red chili sauce as well. And now the foodie's really gonna be disgusted on this one. It's a can of chicken broth, again, about 15 ounces. You can do all those fresh if you want, but this is the quick and easy version. You'll need a couple of tortillas, or you could even go with 8, depending. I'm just gonna make 2 right now. Also a couple of eggs. All right, we're going to chop up the onions. No need to dice these. You can chop them pretty thick, so this should be fairly fast for you to do. Same thing with the bell peppers. We're just going to chop them up, big chunks. You can even put these into, slice them. You can even put them into slices. That works as well. So here's our onions. You can see they're pretty big pieces. You can try going a little bit smaller if you want. Like I said, you can slice it if you want as well. But this is how I do it, real easy. All right, and then just take your bell pepper. I'm just using half of a bell pepper. Again, you could leave these in big slices like this if you'd like. I like to cut that ribbing out of there. And some people just cook them right like this. I've already taken most of the seeds out of this. Big chunks of bell pepper. And that's it. There you go, bell peppers, chunks of onion. We're going to saute both of these together. All right, here you go, real easy. I forgot to mention this in the beginning, about 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. You can use olive oil if you'd like. We're gonna put that into a hot pan. Remember, always room temperature oil into a warm pan, and that's the way you do it. You don't heat up your oil with the pan. That's how you burn it. All right, now we're gonna put in our 1 onion, chopped, and also our half a bell pepper. Again, you can put in a whole bell pepper, or if you have a smaller one, you can do that. So 1 onion, 1 bell pepper chopped. This is over a medium-high heat. If you're on an electric stove, that's probably about an 8. And if you're on a gas stove, you're gonna need your eyeball to adjust it. So we're gonna saute these. And like magic, in about 10 minutes of sauteing, we have our onions. Now, if your onions start to brown too quickly, you're going to want to turn the heat down. That's what I had to do. But you just want to leave them translucent and soft, and then a little bit browned as well. So that'll add some nice flavor. Once you have that, I always like to add whatever herbs I'm using right in while I'm doing the onions and bell pepper. That was 1 teaspoon of whole cumin seed and 1 teaspoon of ground oregano or oregano flakes. If you want to be pure about it, again, you can use the Mexican oregano. I used regular oregano. So here we go. Just cook that around. And as you do that, you're gonna start to smell that oregano and that cumin coming out. And I love doing this with my seasoning just because I think it brings out a lot of the flavors. So once that's done, now we're gonna add in our 1 can, again, Foodies, apologies, of diced tomatoes. Mix that in with the onions, bell peppers, and the other herbs, seasonings. Probably gonna want to turn this up a little bit because we're going to bring this to a boil. Next, the can of red chili sauce or red enchilada sauce. Mix that in. And lastly, 1 can of chicken broth. Again, I've turned this up to high now because we need to bring this to a boil. Now that this has come to a boil, you're going to want to turn it down to about a low-medium heat on an electric stove. That would be about a 3 or 4, just to simmer it, but kind of a rolling boil. Just below that, maybe a simmer. If you're on a gas stove, again, you're going to have to eyeball that, but a low-medium heat, and keep it simmering until it's reduced to about half of what it is right now. While this is happening, we're going to prepare our tortillas and our eggs, and then we should be ready to serve it up. All right, we've got our oil up to a nice heat. You can test it if you want with just a little bit of the tortilla. Make sure it's going to fry up nicely. That looks perfect. See how it's bubbling right away? You want it hot. I've got this at about a medium heat on an electric stove. I use a lot of oil when I'm frying my tortillas for Huevos Rancheros. I like to have the edges be a little bit crispier than the middle. And as a matter of fact, on Huevos Rancheros, you don't want the middle to be crispy at all. You want a nice soft tortilla, so real quick. And then out, and it's done. After these are done frying, I just put them on a napkin to drain off a little bit of the oil. We'll continue to let those sit while we let our ranchero sauce simmer, and we're going to cook our eggs next. I'm just going to use a little bit of cooking spray on a griddle. Set about 250, but however you like to cook your eggs, I'm just going to cook mine the easy way, just however they turn out. That's the easy way to me. Now, traditional Huevos Rancheros, they cook sunny side up. I don't like them that way, so I'm not going to do them that way. This is your dish. You do yours your way. Some people like to put the eggs into the ranchero sauce, and they'll poach them like that and cover it up and let them cook like that. That's an option as well. I like my eggs fried on the fried tortilla with the hot salsa on top. Now you can see the eggs starting to firm up. The white is. Your yolk's still nice and soft. Just going to want to flip that. And I broke the yolk. Flip that. Hopefully I didn't break that one. All right, at least one good yolk in the batch, so there you go. Just let these cook until they're done. Okay, now that we got our ranchero sauce simmered down to about half of what it was when we started, our tortillas are fried. We're going to put 2 tortillas, a couple of fried eggs, the sad one with the broken yolk, and then the happy one that still has the yolk intact. Top this with some of the ranchero sauce. It's a little bit on top. I garnish it with a little bit of cheese. This is just a regular store-bought Mexican blend. If you want to go very authentic, you can go with the queso fresco, which is a soft Mexican cheese. Put that on top, but this will work. I know that people who love authentic food can't believe I'm using yellow cheese, but this works. And that's it, Chef Pablo's quick and easy method for Huevos Rancheros. All right, here you go, the best part of the meal, eating it. I like to use a little bit of hot sauce just because I make this mild so the whole family can enjoy it. This is a little bit of chili habanero hot sauce, my favorite ever. So I just put a little bit of this on. I actually put a lot on. And then we're gonna enjoy this Huevos Rancheros. Sorry, it's fantastic. As always, I knew it was going to be that way. Remember, you can print out the recipe at chefpablos.com. Makes it nice and easy for you. And if you like this video, like it with the thumbs up here on YouTube. If you want to subscribe and get all of my videos as they come out, you can do that as well. And if you love this or know somebody who does, share it with them on Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, wherever you want. Thank you so much. Once again, chefpablos.com to print out this recipe.